quickly move on to Sujata Pandey, political analyst, who is predicting a victory for the NDA. Within a few seconds, we'll have those numbers on our screen. Sujata Pandey, you are predicting anywhere between 135 to 150 seats for the NDA, the Mahagathbandhan between 70 to 90 seats and others between 0 to 10. If you're looking at it party-wise, you're predicting the BJP to get 60 to 70 seats, the JDU to get 75 to 85 seats. So you're pinning the BJP and JDU almost neck to neck. In fact, the JDU ahead of the BJP in this election, the LJP between 2 to 4. The HAMS at 1, the RJD at 70 seats, Congress between 7 to 10, RML at 0 to 1, the CPI-ML between 8 to 10 and VIP between 0 to 1. Very interesting prediction there, Sujata Pandey. Of course, we open up this conversation by you explaining what leads you to this conclusion.
Okay, so first, I think if you do the poll of the poll service across the channels and across the agencies, and I was in Bihar a few days ago as well. I have my people, my relatives living in Bihar. So you get a sense of it, first of all, that it is not a wave election, but this is a farewell election. And farewell election for whom? Nitish Kumar. And which is the major vote base that he has cultivated over years. It's a generational, through his generational policies. It is the woman voter. Today, with the turnout ratio that you are seeing today, and with the long queues of the women right from the 5 o'clock they were queuing the polling booth, it solidifies my belief that Nitish Kumar this time is going to create history. We were all of us were like thinking, oh, his health is not good, probably he will facing a setback, but that doesn't look like that. There is no strong anti-incumbency or any anti-incumbency or negative reviews about Nitish Kumar from the people of Bihar. Probably people have understood that, okay, this might be his last election, so let's give him a send-off. Probably the video that he released, that मैंने अपने लिए कुछ नहीं किया, जो किया वो बिहार के लिए किया, अपने परिवार के लिए कुछ नहीं किया, that touched the heart. Probably that 10,000 rupees which is coming into the accounts of the women directly and making a huge difference to them. Probably in 2005 when he came, when he gave the cycle, probably the reservation that he gave to the women, and that is why we see the large number of police professionals who are women in Bihar, perhaps the largest in the country. So, these are the factors that makes me believe that Nitish Kumar, JDU will outshine his last performance. Also, of course, the fact that the LJP is with him, and Chirag last time has dented out 25 seats, which I think this time is not happening. So that will also consolidate, and this is why I'm saying that JDU will emerge as a big brother in India, not the BJP. BJP, why? Because I know for a fact, because I was in the ground, I know that there's a lot of tickets which shouldn't have been given by BJP. Not the people who were not really popular in their own constituency, they are still being repeated. So those things will have an after effect, and this is why I'm saying that BJP could have done better in the ticket distribution, but perhaps I don't know what went wrong. So that leads me to the conclusion that it will be a JDU who is the big brother, not the sorry. Where did you lose me?
No, you were saying that the JDU will be the big brother and not the BJP this time.
Yeah, the JDU will be the yes. So that is why. And a landslide victory, why? Is because I know that I was there on the ground last time as well, to 2020, when Tejaswi's Rojgar Naukri Denge, 10 lakh Naukri Denge was really resonating well with the youngsters. Today, the youngsters are split. The same youngsters split between the Jan Suraj, they are split between Mahagathbandhan, and they are also split between the NDA. So it's not a consolidated, young, mostly male voter who was last time rallying behind Tejaswi. Today, I see it split. There's been chats and murmurs about his family and things like that. There's also sends a very subtle message. You would not see it, but Bihar is a very socially driven, intact culture. So, people do not like when things like this come out in open. So that might be a minor effect, but what I feel is that as a larger narrative, Mahagathbandhan took it like really slow. Rahul Gandhi did the final nail in the coffin by putting an SIR issue in the fray, which was not resonating with Bihar voters at all, because in Bihar, if you say 80 lakh people were removed, how do you see such a higher turnout of people today, in a historic turnout actually? So
Okay, so
in
Samir
a way it
Sujata Pandey,
explains that why
do you feel that the Congress was
yeah.
not able to carry its weight as far as this election was concerned? That the Congress party will probably be a disappointment for the Mahagathbandhan?
Yeah, it was disappointment last time. It will be disappointment this time as well. It will be a bigger disappointment for Rahul Gandhi, because SIR is not a Bihar election issue for him. It was an issue of his political survival, and Bihar has showed the way that sorry, this did not resonate with the voters of Bihar. And very soon, when the SIR will start in Bengal, I'm sure Rahul Gandhi, Mamata Banerjee, everybody will come together. But that also is not going to resonate, or will, they'll be able to stop it, because it's a constitutional thing that the election commission is very much entitled to do. So in a way, you can say that last time it was a public statement made by Lalu Prasad Yadav कि अगर कांग्रेस को सीट नहीं देते तो सरकार हमारी ही होती. But this time too, they are going to regret it, because Rahul Gandhi wasted crucial, the early election momentum narrative making time in SIR, where Tejasvi Yadav was looking like a, the backseat driver, and Rahul Gandhi was leading the way, and the entire momentum was being created. But when Tejasvi realized that, oh, this is not resonating with the people of Bihar are looking for other issues. It may be Naukri, it may be, migration, Palayan, law and order, etc., etc. Those are the things probably that are resonating, and that is why he left Rahul Gandhi's SIR, did not speak a word. After Rahul Gandhi ended his yatra in Bihar, election yatra, there was no discussion of SIR. In fact, in the manifesto too, if you see, there is no mention of the SIR. So, of course, Rahul Gandhi derailed Tejasvi Yadav, and I think he's missed the bus.
Okay, but at the same time, Sujata Pandey, what about the Jan Swaraj party, Prashant Kishore? Is that what everyone is saying is that he's great at making headlines, but he's not going to be able to really convert any of those headlines into an actual voter base in Bihar? Your thoughts on the same, that is he a man to watch out for, or will it take him many decades, like the Yadavs have taken, like Nitish Kumar has taken, to actually consolidate a base for himself in Bihar?
Okay, so you asked like few questions in one question. So let's just start with, is he a man to watch out for? Yes, he's a man to watch out for, because the issues which he raised were definitely issues of Bihar. But then, are those the issues of the Biharis who are residing in Bihar, or the issues of the Biharis who have left Bihar? That is a question that one must ponder upon. Secondly, he made a party, he did Padyatra from last 3 years, all of that, he brought the momentum, narrative, all of it. But then probably he forgot that Bihar is not Delhi model, the Delhi, the AAP model. Here things take time. Plus Bihar as a society is a very risk-averse society. People don't like to take too much risk on anything. And his war cry himself was a very self-doubting, first pay. In a way, he was saying to his party workers that be ready for probably total dissemination. Probably it will be a grand victory. Probably we'll have nothing. So this probably doesn't work in Bihar. Every society works on certain temperament, and risk is not a temperament where Bihar lists. That is why you see people are looking for not so much, in favor of doing their business and self-employment, but looking for sarkari naukri, which has been brought in forward. So in this society itself, it looks like we will not live in probability, we will not take a risk, we'll go for the sure shot solution, where Nitish Kumar realized this, having ruled for 20 years, and he realized that, okay, now this is the way I come forward and say, I will give you 10,000, which is sure shot in your account, and this will make a difference. I will also give you 2 lakh rupees for your next venture through Jivika Didi and all of that. So if you compare people of Bihar, especially women, I would say, Prashant Kishore missed this 50% chunk of population completely in his manifesto and his narrative. His narrative was relevant, but it was absolutely not directly appealing to the 50% of the population of Bihar, that is women, who are actually the kingmakers in Bihar politics today. We see the number of turnout, see the number of seats where the women voters were higher. Last time 2020 elections also, NDA won. And because today women are also very caste aversive. So they are not looking at कि उसकी मेरा husband किसको vote कर रहा है या फिर मैं किस जात से आती हूँ. She will look at कि okay, who's helping me run the house, who's helping me solve the problems, who's giving me reservation in the jobs and in the panchayat, and who's giving me a law and order. Because remember that when a law and order goes out of control, it is the women of a society which becomes the most easy target and the first victim. So that is why you see them averse to voting to Tejaswi Yadav, even if he promised 30,000 rupees. But I was disappointed because I come from a marketing and brand communication. I expected Prashant Kishore to have thought of this angle. I somehow feel that he's completely missed it. And also that, as Kanshiram once said, that people first time आप जब पार्टी बनाते हैं तो पहली बार जो होता है वो हारने के लिए करते हैं. तो even if you say कि Prashant Kishore is not doing what he promised in the media, but perhaps he's the man to watch out for. He would be a force if he stays in Bihar, if he has a patience to be in Bihar, to do things that he's supposed to do. He can bring a change to Bihar, because one thing is for sure, Bihar is looking for change. It's just that it's looking for a person who can promise that yes, we can and we will.
Okay.
Not with a self-doubting proposition.